Now that the path of the Ancient Devil has entirely failed to meet anyone's expectations, the next route people wanted to see was taking our ship to the south. So let's go check out Battle Ocean. So let's see if this path can prove to be a little more exciting than the Hold on a second. Har! Anyway, we're already off to a good start in this stage with the promise of a new party member, which I'm always excited to see. Plus, we'll actually be able to get our hands on some new equipment this time around. The pirates are located conveniently to the south, so let's just go pay them a visit. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. When I was writing the script for the stage, at this point right here, I had been staring at an open notepad for about half an hour, and I was having a lot of trouble coming up with anything riveting to say about this stage. It's just very straightforward. Help a brother out, he helps you in return. Heck, you can even entirely skip Hank if you just intend on brute forcing the currents in the northwest. At least the pirate theme here is a nice change of pace, and I do enjoy the monsters we're about to fight in the pirate hideout. Man, a fish in a pirate captain's hat. What other silly antics will this game come up with next? Let's just go ahead and get this stage over with so we can find out what lies ahead. Okay, this first current I run into was purely for demonstration, but to add insult to injury, I accidentally head right back into another current at the very end, and I'm forced to sail all the way back around. A sane person would turn back to rewind time, but I'm pretty sure I can make it. This is another stage with a new party member in it. I could get used to this. A little bit of insight into my stage planning here. This stage was a bit tricky to figure out how to play it without any real grinding to break the pacing, and that shield is one of the problems I faced. Most enemies in the stage, at least on land, drop absolute pittance for gold, so it's not really until near the end of the level that I find the time to come back for it. If the Lizardmen soldiers are being forced to attack humans, how did I get into the castle problem-free? I think the king may want to reevaluate his security there. And again, look, there's Lizardmen in this town alongside humans, the race they're supposedly being forced to attack. I'm failing to see the threat here. I decided to keep things simple here. Checking any 3 of these tents produces the exact same dialogue and battle, but only one of them actually contains Rex here. Not even gonna bother checking the other 2. Surprisingly enough, if I were to take Rex into a battle against one of his own kind, he would attack them no questions asked. Kind of begs the question of where his loyalty lies. But before that, I need to go pick up that obviously super important shield back in the first town that I'm clearly not buying just because I need to get everything. Because I didn't make enough mistakes already in this episode, I accidentally thought I had enough gold to reverse time here. Let's pretend this is for demonstration purposes. If you try to reverse time when you don't have enough gold, the time goddess will still allow you to do it, but she'll take all the money you have on hand. And she'll also confiscate all the equipment you're wearing. I've honestly never gone through with that, so I could not tell you if she actually keeps it all for real, and you can never equip those items again, or if you get it all back at the end of the stage. This stage is actually somewhat similar to the last stage of the previous episode, except I'm not on a giant time crunch to solve everything within one 30-second cycle. This old fart here will give us clues to find the 3 MacGuffins I need to access the pirate's treasure, but I already know where they all are, so it's going to be a lot faster if I don't even bother talking to this guy, and I just go get them all on my own. Before this exciting treasure hunt, though, I'd just like to show you guys that there's a second town on this map up in the north that is entirely pointless. Oh, great. Mo's here. When will these guys ever learn? Making the trip up here doesn't really accomplish anything. NPCs have nothing important to say, and there's no new equipment to buy. It feels like the only reason this town exists is to blatantly tell you that you're going to be fighting Mo at some point. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's go treasure hunting. All 3 of the items that I need to find can only be found at certain times of the day, so you have to be a little fast when grabbing them all, but not super time constricted. Gotta get them all at a very, very specific point. They all have like a 10-second window. Only one of these monuments here in the south actually has the emblem we need. The other 3 don't have anything written on them, so I'm not even gonna bother checking those out. There's also nothing on that boat up in the north. Like, literally nothing. Maybe some text that says, hey, this boat is abandoned. I'm not entirely sure how this cave suddenly opens up for us, but more confusingly is that Mo somehow got in here before we did. I wish I knew this secret back entrance he took so I could bypass all of that treasure hunting. course, you can always just go beat Adamus in combat for a much less interesting ending. But seriously, the ending everyone will want to see. What happens if we take the treasure?